or welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my April wrap-up. I have read 6 books this month. I was supposed to read I think 7 or 8. I have read 4 books on my TBR, and the last book, it's just because it was a short story and I had like 2 days to read a book before the end of the month, so I just did. Without further ado, I will show you what I've read this month. The first book is an arc. It's this. It's The Heaven, the Hollow, and the Highborn. It's a novella. I gave this 2.5 stars. It was not that great, I'm so sorry. The story had so much potential, but the execution was just so bad. It's about a witch and the power in where she's from. It's disappearing, and now the mage council is trying to understand why. She took the place of her father in this council, and since she's a woman and they kinda didn't like her father, they don't really listen to what she has to say, but her father had a theory about why the energy and the power was slowly going away. The prince is coming to this council to try to understand and help them, but the royal are not supposed to have power, because it's kind of they're trying to not have the government with power and the power to the population. I don't know if it's clear. She doesn't understand at first, because she's like, if he doesn't have power, how can he understand what's going on, since it's about power? And now they have to go to the Fae land and try to understand that. They become friends, and then it's a love story, so they become more than friends. I didn't like the ending. Something happened and there's a 10-year gap, and then we have a 10 minutes reunion, maybe 5 minutes reunion. It's really weird. I don't know, it was just special. The girl was a pick-me vibe, and I know she's the main character, but she really did have the main character syndrome in this book. It did piss me off, and I don't really get the DNF urge when I read a book, but for this one, it's the first time that I wanted to DNF a book. It almost put me in a slump. I've never had that. It was so bad. I'm so sorry for the writer of this. I didn't like this at all. Yeah, so 2.5 stars. The 5 other books are physical books, so I will show them to you one by one. The first one is Throne of Secrets. I gave this book 3.75 stars. I was a bit disappointed by it. I liked the first one better. It was not bad at all, but I just liked the others better. It's kind of a Cinderella, not retelling, but it's inspired by it. The girl is blue hair, and she has an evil stepmother, and there's a ball and a prince. Since it's the Prince of Sincerity, it's with the prince of this story, which is Gluttony, I think. Yes, so Prince Gluten in this story. If you've read the other books in the series before, the Kingdom of the Wicked, and the book before this one, Throne of the Fallen, there's beef between Prince Gluttony and a journalist. So this is the story for these two. It's a romantasy, there's romance in this. If you've read other books by her, you know there's always kind of a mystery in her book, and now the mystery in this is about the ice dragons. I won't say too much about it, but they were not supposed to attack since they have like a treaty or something, but one of them did, and now there's a whole mystery of why and what's going to happen now. Since Adriana is a journalist, she's suspecting something is wrong in the Gluttony circle. She's trying to uncover what's going on, and also she doesn't like Prince Gluttony, so she's always trying to pick him with things to say against him. There's a competition in this for Prince Gluttony to choose a bride. But yeah, I was a bit disappointed. It was still good. I did like it. I would recommend it, but it was not my favorite of her books. The next book, which is the third one, is God of Wrath. It's the story about Cecily and Jeremy. It's the third book in this series, the Legacy of Gods series. It was a bit better. I think I give this 3 stars. This series is not my favorite. I don't think I'm super in love with this type of dark romance. I still enjoy them and read them kind of fast. I did like this one. I didn't like how the end turned out, how the conflict was resolved. I felt like it was dumb and too easy. If you know, you know. I did like how Jeremy saw his mother in a different light in this. Something happened to Cecily when she was a bit younger. I think it was 2 years before, something like that, and she never talked to anyone about this. The love story between these two, it was good. I don't really get why they love doing what they do so much with each other. It's not really my thing, but it's a book, so I had to think about this being fiction. Yeah, not my favorite in this series, but I have 2 other books to read in this. Maybe I will find a hidden gem somewhere. Yeah. After God of Wrath, I went straight to God of Ruin. It's about Mia, which is Nikolai's sister, and it's about Landon, who's Glendon's brother. Glendon was the girl in the first book, God of Malice. This is the 4th book in this series. I give this 3.5. It was better than the other books in my opinion, but Landon is still a piece of shit in my opinion. It was hard to read since he's not a very liked character. However, I did like how he changed in this book. For Mia, he asked for help, he really tried to be a better person, but it was hard since it's really deep in him to be an asshole, in my opinion. I really did like Mia and how she was a badass. I did not guess who the person was with the whole mystery. For this book, the mystery is about what happened to Mia when she was younger. She doesn't speak. She's a selective mute. She hasn't spoken since she was 8 years old, and she hasn't talked about this to anyone, not even her parents or sister, a therapist. I'm really happy how Landon helped her with the whole problem and how she also helped him with not being such an asshole. The next book is Heavenly Bodies. I am sad to say that I was disappointed with this book. It was so hyped. I thought I would love this, give this 5 stars, maybe 6. I thought it was going to be my favorite book of the year. Absolutely not. I didn't like this that much. I was disappointed. I gave this 3.5. If I can do a little resume of this book, I feel like it's a story about a girl, 23 years old, who's just being cock-blocked her entire life, and now she's just sad. Yeah. It's the story of Elara. She's in like the night shadow and like dark kingdom, and it's about Lorenzo, which is in like the sun and light and everything yellow, orange and red. The book starts with Elara's parent being killed, and then she's being kidnapped by Lorenzo's guard. She's being brought to the palace, and now they wanna use her as a weapon. They have different power where they're from. She has the three. She has three, like the 3 type of powers that's in her region, and Lorenzo, also Enzo. Lorenzo also has the 3. It's supposed to be rare, but the 2 of them have that power. They wanna merge them together and have like the full 3 powers of the 2 of them to defeat the star. His name is Ariette. He's the one who killed Elara's parent. He's kind of an asshole, but now they think they can do something with Elara since she didn't die when Ariette used like a big power to kill her. It's supposed to kill everyone, but it didn't work on her, and now they want to use her to kill him. So she's training in Lorenzo's palace with him and with his guard. They don't like each other, they're supposed to be enemies. About the story, it's about them training and training and training for her to be better with her powers. And yeah, the ending was just disappointing. So yeah, 3.5 for this book. The last book is That's Not My Name. I gave this 4.5 or 4.75. This was really good. I think the ending was it for me. I was not that much of a fan of this book while I was reading it. I think it did pick up for me like there. It was good. It was really good. I gave this like 4.5. It's just that there's something that I guessed too fast. My camera died when I was talking about this book, so I don't know where I was that much. I think I was talking about the part of the twist that I did guess. It was kind of a big part of it, but not like the big part of it, so I was a bit disappointed that I did guess it, but I don't think it matters that much. The book is about, well, it's 2 point of view. The first one is about a girl, and she wakes up in a ditch. She doesn't remember anything, not even her name, so that's for the title, That's Not My Name. A police officer finds her, he brings her back to the station. He's trying to find who she is, if she has any family. Then there's a man who comes and he's looking for his daughter, and the description of his daughter matches the one of this girl. They go to the cabin, the father brings the birth certificate, 9th grade like school ID. I think he has other things, but it checks out. The police officer is like, yeah, that's your father, you're gonna stay with him, and I'm out. It's about her trying to get her memory back, and then when she does get some of her memory back, we just have questions and questions and questions. The other point of view is about Drew. His girlfriend disappeared, and now the whole town and the sheriff think it's him. They think he killed her, and he's like, nah, I did not. And now it's just about him trying to prove to everyone that he did not kill her, trying to get the sheriff to stop asking him questions and trying to look for her, because they are just trying to pin this on him and they're not doing the work to actually find her. And this part did piss me off. This police officer, we can see at the end so many things. Oh, I had a lot of emotions reading this book. I did really like this one. I would recommend this. There's no trigger warnings at the beginning. I don't know if there's any on the internet, but if you're not super into thriller or mysteries, maybe go check that out before. This was my favorite book of all the books that I've read. It was really not one of my best reading months. I was disappointed by so many of my books. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have read any of those books, you can tell me what you thought of them in the comments. If you have any questions about those books, you can also ask them in the comments. I will try to answer them as good as I can, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!